Ooh, welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. Back in the studio today, joined as always by Johnny Venerable. Johnny, how we feeling today?
I'm great, my man. Good to see you the last couple of days. What a
Yeah,
live show we had yesterday with the folks at Four Peaks. Thanks everybody for coming out, supporting the
yeah.
cause, hanging with us. We're gonna be doing that once a month at minimum, and we had a hell of a good time yesterday.
So in the tweet today, I put the Dbacks are red hot. Is it crazy for them to? Is it crazy to think they can make a playoff push? And somebody responds and goes, "Yes, it is crazy to think that." Thank you, T Dern 51. It is crazy to think that. I don't think they're going to, but here we are, 6.5 games back. Why not
You remember
us?
what this? You remember what this team looked like last year?
There.
So
Oh
for
yeah.
those of you who don't remember, we had started PHNX, and I think we were like 2 or 3 weeks in to launching this digital media company, and the Diamondbacks were literally the worst team in Major League Baseball, and we were watching the final game of the regular season last year, and we were openly hoping that they lose so they would get the top pick, and they won. And that didn't work out, but this is working out much better. The year two of the rebuild, I think, looks pretty good.
Yeah. Aside from Drew Jones, I think everything is going as planned.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
unfortunate.
Well, one big thing that happened yesterday, obviously, Andrew Benintendi getting traded to the New York Yankees. The Yankees already in a very good position, getting more help as not only did that happen, but also yesterday, Aaron Judge became the favorite to win the MVP award. What do you think about that, Johnny?
I think that's much more likely that happens than the MVP favorite in the NL, Paul Goldschmidt. Because I can Paul Goldschmidt win the MVP in the NL with the Cardinals potentially missing the playoffs, because if they don't win the National League Central, they're not getting in as a wild card team.
Mm-mm.
And I think voters, you know how they are, they're old crotchety guys and gals that they like their MVPs. And I'm kind of the same way. Like, I want my most valuable player to come from a team that's represented in October. So right
Yeah.
now on DraftKings, Paul Goldschmidt's the favorite. Aaron Judge, that's a lock today.
Yeah.
Is that even money right now? What is that on
It's like
DraftKings?
minus 105 and Otani's plus
Yeah,
115, I think.
yeah, that's not that. And the voters don't want. There's a little bit of Otani fatigue, not from me and you, but just in general. I think,
It's Angels fatigue. I'm sick. I'm sick of them wasting talents. Go
well,
somewhere
yeah,
else,
that's a
Shohei.
that's a different conversation entirely. And they have horrific ownership, that they've had two
Yeah.
generational players, and they've done nothing with it. And by the way, Albert Pujols leaves the Angels, and then last year goes and has a nice postseason run with the Dodgers, and is being, big time contributor with the Cardinals this season. Is it just where great players go to die?
It is. Luckily, Albert Pujols is still alive, and so are we. And we were live yesterday at Four Peaks Brewery, 8th Street
Yep.
Pub in Tempe. If you missed out, we're there every final Wednesday of each month. So make sure to come out and join us. It's a great time. We do all our live shows there. But if you can't, just enjoy Four Peaks. You got a whole month to do that. Try some Four Peaks out. It's so fantastic. They were very accommodating for us yesterday. We asked them to make Four Peaks Jungle Juice for the ASU show, and they did, and it was unbelievable. There was like peach schnapps in there. It was so good. It was the best beer I've ever had. So make sure to go get that. But just remember, you got to be 21 or over to drink. But you don't got to be 21 or over to eat your chicken tendies. But eat your chicken tendies and drink responsibly. Well, we were talking about the AL West a little bit because of the Angels. Why don't we talk about the AL West matchup that's happening today? I got a pick for it. Astros and Mariners. Mariners money line.
Baby.
Hammer it. Plus 120. They just got swept, but no Julio in that series. The Mariners are still on a winning streak. 3 games right now, but
Yeah,
they've won their last 15 when Julio Rodriguez plays. So
I've
Mariners money
come
line
around.
plus 120. He hit a home run in his past 2 games after a 3-game absence or 4-game absence. I was telling Jacob, he had a great quote yesterday when asked about his return. And he said, I wasn't built to watch baseball, man. I was built to play. So we love
Damn.
that. So Mariners money line taking that Logan Gilbert on the mound, having a great year, and we'll get to a prop for him later. And then Yankees minus 1.5. Keep the Yank train rolling, dog. We love this team. We love this team when we're betting on them. We don't love them as a fan, but we love to bet on them because they're very profitable. Funny enough, you know who they're playing today?
No,
They're playing the Royals.
I do know who the Yankees are playing. I'm betting on the Yankees today. They're playing the dirt 39-59 Kansas City Royals that have a minus 112 run differential. So, yeah, this Yankee team, man, they are a freight train from hell. I do think their trade last night for one All-Star outfielder discredits them from potentially trading for another. And did you talk about Juan Soto recently? Can we talk about Juan Soto? You can't get a future odd on him via DraftKings, but it does feel like if he is traded, it's going to be in the NL. So that means I'm reading the tea leaves, Shano, and I think that means that the package is going to be even bigger because Washington does not want to trade him. Certainly not going to trade him inside their own division. It's either going to be Padres, Dodgers, or Cardinals, but all in the NL will be interesting.
Yeah, I just think it's funny the Yankees fleeced the Royals for Benintendi, and now they're playing the Royals today. So yeah, taking -1. I have them. My last pick was Guardians money line. I'm hammering anything against the Red Sox. They're still in shambles. -120. I love this pick. You got Tristan McKenzie on the mound, which is one of my favorite players to watch in the MLB. Love the swagger. Young guy, just a fun pitcher. 3.11 ERA. In 8 games this year, 7 wins, 6 losses, but the Guardians are playing some good baseball, so I'm taking their money line at -120. Johnny, what do you like on the DraftKings Sportsbook app today?
Here's what I like. I'm going to dabble. I'm going to do some dabbling in the Yankees -1.5 because I'm going to keep this freight train going. They're not playing great baseball post All-Star break. They're 4-6. They've lost 2 in a row, but they are the unquestioned #1 team in the American League East. A lot of those teams are really kind of falling off. I think Toronto, I think Tampa both have a second half collapse. That's good news for your Seattle Mariners. I think the Yankees make quick work of the Royals tonight. And I've come around on your Mariners to some degree just because I don't want to see Tampa Bay in the postseason. So I think there's a good chance that the Mariners not only make the postseason as a wild card team, because I don't think they're going to catch the Astros. They're 10
No.
games back right now. But I do think there's a good chance Seattle hosts that wild card game. And God help whomever is the second wild card team and has to go to Toronto or has to go to Seattle for that first playoff game in a bajillion years. That would be my lock of the century if the Seattle Mariners hosted that
Magic would be
wild
in the
card
air.
game. So I'm now rooting because I don't care about the Blue Jays. They don't turn out well. Their team doesn't do much for me. And then I have no interest in watching the Rays in the postseason. So that's really the only good race right now in the American League.
Yeah, speaking of the Rays, they're losing to the Orioles again, 1-0 in the top of the 8th. So the Orioles, thank you. You're helping the Mariners out. We love that. And as I've said in the past, they're the most profitable team in the MLB right now. If you're bet $100 on their money line, you'd be up a lot of money. And you can do so on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use a risk-free bet up to $1,000 when you sign up using that promo code PHNX. After you make your first deposit, throw $1,000 on the Orioles money line every single day. Why not? Don't do that. Be safe. Be responsible in gambling.
Be safe.
But yeah, the Orioles are dangerous. But yeah, they're winning 1-0. So if you would have done that today, you're sitting pretty right now on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable, and we got football season approaching soon. We had our first future show for the NFC West yesterday. We're going to be covering every single division once or twice a week until the MLB season starts. So don't miss that. Turn your notifications on for this channel so you don't miss anything. But you can get those odds on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So download it, use that promo code PHNX, get that $1,000 risk-free bet after you make your first deposit. And yeah, do it responsibly. Just a reminder, minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. All right, Johnny, I know you got 3 juicy props for us today.
Extra juicy for you, my friend. Zach Wheeler, I bet on him 3 times on this show. I'm 3 for 3. I'm going to continue to ride this train. I think it's unfortunate that Philadelphia's fallen out of it, but they're not officially sellers because I think he could go to somebody and play a big part in a postseason push, but it's not going to happen for Philly. But he's a lock to go over 4.5 innings today. You know who's not a lock? Cutter Crawford, who pitches for the suddenly garbage Boston Red Sox, who, by the way, are in last place in the American League East. Listen to some of these statistics as it relates to the Red Sox and how terrible they've been. 2-8 in their last 10. They suddenly have a -16 run differential. They were the best team in baseball from May until mid-June. Their pitching is historically bad, and everybody, say what you want about the division, mashes. He's going to be out in about 3 innings tops today. And then we were just talking about him. Shohei Ohtani, he's on the mound today. Why don't we dabble? He's going to hit a home run too, plus 450 And they'll win that game, Shane. They'll win it 1-0. He'll pitch a complete game shutout. He'll have the home run, and it still won't matter because they'll be the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, 42-56 on the year, no playoffs in sight. Those are my props.
Oh, that would be spectacular. I would not mind it. I got one prop. It's in the Mariners game. Give me Logan Gilbert under 2.5 earned runs. It's plus money because they're playing the Astros. I mean, look, anything can happen. Jordan Alvarez could hit a grand slam against them. I don't know. He's been pitching really well. 20 starts. I think he's like a 2.7 ERA right now. 10-4 on the year. Just a big fan of what he's doing, the young buck for Seattle. So taking him to hold the Astros to under 2.5 earned runs. But that's about all we got for you today. Johnny, anything else before we get out of here? I know you guys had a big day before this.
We did. We're having a couple big days. Cardinals camp kicking off, and our quarterbacks in the headlines. And God love him for it. Kyler Murray spoke to the media, an impromptu session today. We've got all the quotes, all the footage, all the video live today, 4 p.m. PHNX Cardinals Live. Myself and Bo Brock. We're going to be breaking it all down. Bo is on the ground, sights and seeds, everything you need from PHNX Cardinals today, 4 p.m. Do not miss it.
Yep, PHNX Sun Devils audio show coming to you around 3:30 today. Don't miss out on that. We're going to be talking a little about the NFL because Darian Butler, as expected, is making noise in the Raiders training camp. I cannot believe he's still undrafted, but we'll talk about that on the Sun Devils show.
Can you talk about N'Keal Harry tearing it up at Bears camp?
Dude, that tweet from our good friend Adam Hogue at CHGO. One of my favorite things in the world is like cryptic and depressing tweets from bad teams in their training camp. It's so
great.
funny.
I want to inject it so hard. That's why all this Kyler stuff, it's fluff, it's off-season banter. But dude can sling the rock. He's a real NFL quarterback. And then Chicago's wide receivers, they ain't it. R.I.P. N'Keal Harry's NFL career. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. You can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. We're live every Monday through Friday at noon right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Turn your notifications on and follow PHNX_sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We'll be back tomorrow every Monday through Friday at noon right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Peace, love, and please stop getting help, Yankees.